Hello everybody, just a quick video on how to restrict a line for when we go and start making our pet houses. So you should have this handout and I'm just going to basically go through it and I'll show you as we go. So here is an example. Unfortunately, yours won't have color, but here the red, where we go, highlight. The red matches with this red line, the blue matches with this blue line, the green matches with this green line, and the purple matches with that top line. And I'll just kind of go through it and I'll show you how to make one of the lines. I think I talked through making this line right here, the blue line. So let's do that. So first step, you need to input the formula for your line. For example, x equals 4. I'll do that right now. X equals 4. Oops, equals. So now I've made a line where x equals 4. Remember, lines that just have x are going to be vertical. So now I've made a line at 4, but it goes on and on forever. So we need to know how to restrict it so that our house doesn't look strange. So let's do the next part. This will make a vertical line at x equals 4. Since y does not exist in this equation, there are no restrictions for y. And so your y can equal 2, can equal 4, 6, minus. It's going to go on and on forever. To restrict your line, here we are, number 2. To restrict your line, start by putting I call it a squiggly bracket. I don't know what the real name is, next to your equation like this. So let's put the squiggly bracket. You get that by pressing Shift and then the square bracket on your computer. So that's our first step. Now we're on number 3. If you want your vertical line to go from 0 to 7, so here I have it starting at 0, it's going up to 7. If you see that, there's 7, there's 0. We want the values of y we want are going to be greater than 0. So this is greater than 0, but is less than 7. Okay, greater than 0 and less than 7. And I think you folks are pretty good at greater than and less than. This would be like our y is greater than 0. Remember, you can think about it having little teeth and it always eats the bigger one, like that. Okay, and this could be like y is less than 7, because 7 is bigger than y. Okay, so there you go. I think you folks are probably decent at that. And our next step, inside the bracket, first define the lowest value for which you'd like to for our line to exist. So 0, and we start with 0 like this. So it's not always going to be 0, depends on where it starts. But in this case, it's 0. So we put the 0. There we go. So we are right here. So far, it looks like this. And then we will show that y will be greater than 0, like this. So greater than y. So now you can see our line is already not going down and down forever because we're saying that our x values are greater than 0. So it's only going up from 0 now. So we're like halfway there. Then we will show that it will be less than 7. Okay, so now we do the less than 7 part and we close the squiggly bracket and we should have a line, minus, that goes from 0 to 7 at x equals 4. If you have another line you want to restrict in the same way, you can copy paste. Okay, so let's do that. Let's make another line at x equals -4 for our other side of the house. And you can just copy Control-C, Control-V, and it'll restrict it in the same way. So once you figure out the restrictions, you don't have to do it a million times. And finally, for linear equations, slanted, oblique, diagonal lines, you have both x and y values, so you can restrict either. Let me show you. Let me do y equals, I want to do, 2x plus 10. That's not going to get us to our roof yet. What's the slope here? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I want it actually to be 3 over 4. There we go. So now we can either restrict our line, like restrict all the x's or restrict the y's. So we could say this exists for the x values that are -4 greater than x greater than 0. And that should give us the slope, the part that we wanted. I'm going to make the other part of our roof. I'm just going to copy this and copy that. It's going to be the same, but it'll be a minus, and we'll need to restrict it differently. This time I'm going to restrict our y value. So it's going to exist between here and between here. So our y is going to be greater than 7. 7 greater than y, and it's going to be less than 10. There you go. So play around with it. If you don't get it right away, I'm here to help. Ben's here to help. But you'll be able to find it, figure it out. You'll be great, and you can copy paste stuff often. Okay. Thank you very much.